One of the most glamorous evenings in cinema, the Academy Awards, familiarly referred to as the Oscars, is celebrating excellence in cinema achievements. Rewarding outstanding movies released in 2024, the eagerly awaited ceremony is now underway at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, Los Angeles. While all eyes are on the winners who will take home the coveted golden statuette, we're equally captivated by another highlight of the evening, the red carpet fashion. Some of our favorite stars arrived in breathtaking ensembles, ready to steal the show, while others left us questioning their style choices. With that, here are the top 10 worst-dressed celebrities at the 2025 Oscars. First up is the gorgeous Mikey Madison. At the Oscars 2025, she wore a custom strapless black and baby pink strapless gown by Christian Dior, styled by talented Jamie Mahi. If you've been reading my fashion critiques all season long, you'd know I foresaw this. Mikey went for a strapless long gown once again for the red carpet. At the Golden Globes, it was a strapless long gown. At the Critics' Choice Awards, yet another strapless long gown. The BAFTAs? You guessed it, yet another strapless long gown. And at the SAG Awards? Yet again, a strapless long gown. Now, I appreciate the "if it's not broken, don't fix it" philosophy, but by this point, I need to wonder, where is the range? Surely with a budget for access to some of the world's best designers and stylists, she has multiple options during her fittings. But here we are, yet again looking at a strapless red carpet dress at the Oscars. Frankly, I'm not impressed. When every single look follows the same silhouette, it becomes impossible not to compare and contrast. And in this case, this particular ensemble feels like a step down from her previous red carpet appearances. Beyond that, there's something about the way the black and baby pink fabrics were joined that disrupts the overall illusion of the dress. The execution just doesn't feel as seamless as we've come to expect from her past looks. I wasn't a fan of the arbitrary bow put in the middle of this dress either. If we take away the bow, I could have seen this look being somewhat acceptable, but with it, no way, no how. All in all, this whole style option is beginning to feel way too repetitive, so for me, this look is a chop. Coming up next is the breathtaking ebony goddess Zoe Saldana. For the 2025 Oscars, she walked the red carpet in a bespoke wine burgundy strapless Saint Laurent gown styled by the amazing Petra Ferry. Now, do I adore Zoe? Of course. Do I believe she's drop-dead gorgeous? Absolutely. But did I adore this dress on her tonight? If I answered yes, I'd be a liar. The very first thing that caught me off guard with this look was the overall shape of the dress. It just didn't feel right. Maybe there was an original creative vision behind it, but whatever the idea was, it didn't really hit its mark for me. Also, I didn't like how the silk material intersected with the mesh detailing up top. The combination just didn't blend seamlessly, making the execution feel somewhat disjointed. The dress also sat a bit too high up, and the layering of the fabric didn't have any kind of volume to it. If this look had been created to have more of a ball gown silhouette, I think it would have made a lot more sense. Another thing I couldn't quite get on board with, the gloves. They just didn't fit the overall vibe and felt totally out of place. Overall, I completely adored this look from the neck up. Perfect hair, makeup, and attitude. But the rest? It's a chop for me. Next on our list, we have the stunning Rachel Zegler. For the 2025 Oscars, she walked the red carpet in a silver tulle strapless gown by Christian Dior, styled by the creative Sarah Slitsky. Now, I'm aware she's playing Snow White in Disney's new live-action movie, but tonight she was certainly not the fairest of them all. At least, not in this dress. My biggest problem? The construction is terrible. Close up, you can easily spot the nude corset under the tulle over it. So the question is, the first thing that came to mind is, couldn't they have selected a corset whose color would be the same as the tulle fabric? The clashing shades were very distracting and detracted from whatever sophistication the dress would have otherwise presented. Even aside from the corset problem, the fit of this dress was questionable at best. The manner in which the fabric fell on her body was loose and saggy, which was a definite no for me. It was almost as if her body type was not considered when creating this gown, because the silhouette did nothing to enhance her figure. Overall, Rachel totally failed with this look. It's a chop for me. Next on our list is the stunning Emma Stone. For the 2025 Oscars, she walked the red carpet in a custom nude-colored chainmail gown by Louis Vuitton, styled by the genius Petra Ferry. Now, on to the first things first. I was bored out of my mind by this look that I could have slept, woke up, and still be bored. Seriously, go girl, give us nothing at all, because that's what exactly this look was delivering tonight. The waist had more structure in it, it needed definition, and just felt too loose. And the color? It absolutely washed her out. There was no boldness, no strikingness, no excitement in this look. To add insult to injury, her hair this evening did absolutely nothing for the look. It felt flat and lackluster, which only further contributed to general dullness. It was just generally boring to look at because the effort wasn't there in the outfit. Therefore, for me, it's a chop. Now, on to our last one, none other than the gorgeous Timothée Chalamet. For the 2025 Oscars, he showed up in a bespoke pastel yellow cropped suit matched with an inner shirt of the same color by Shioni, as styled by the incredible Taylor McNeil. First of all, I must give credit where credit is due. I really love that Timothée is breaking out of his typical all-black style and trying out color for his red carpet appearances. It's nice to see him do something different. But all that notwithstanding, I didn't care for what they did for the color tonight. This light yellow was just not serving him at all. It washed him out rather than accentuating his features. A red or a dark blue would have served him so much better. Another issue? The fit. If you're going for the cropped suit trend, the execution must be exact. I wished the jacket had been cropped more for a bolder look, and the way the pants were gathered at the hem with creases and crumpling took away from the smooth look of the ensemble. While I completely see and appreciate the attempt at styling, the issue is, did he actually pull off this look? My answer is no. This Timothée look, that's a chop for me. Storm Reid is next up and she is just adorable. For the 2025 Oscars, she stunned on the red carpet in Alexandre Vautier's custom red taffeta short dress with a cape train from their Spring-Summer 2025 couture collection. She was styled tonight by the incredible Jason Bolden. First of all, credit where credit is due. This color was totally fabulous on her. No question about it. But the overall appearance of the dress? That's where it really started to all fall apart for me. Now, let's talk about taffeta. There's something about this fabric. It's going to wrinkle and crumple. That's just the way it is. But a pre-steaming before going out onto the red carpet would have been a whole different world because the wrinkles and crumpling that were evident took away from the sophistication of the look. Also, the appearance of this dress, with the mini hem in the front and the flashy maxi cape in the back, was just a little too editorial for this particular red carpet. It was too high fashion magazine spread, and not enough Oscars glam. Really, the whole ensemble was going on like Little Red Riding Hood, like she was going to take off into the woods and play with some squirrels. And that was that on that. Her face card? Still valid. But this look? It was definitely on the verge of bankruptcy. So for me, this is a chop. Following that is the list of the stunning Charlotte Lawrence. For the 2025 Oscars, she graced the red carpet in a baby pink print organza maxi dress by Valentino, off their Spring-Summer 2025 collection. She was dressed by the amazing Sienna Montano. Now let me just say it in a nutshell. If I initially expressed my disdain when the new Valentino look first appeared under Alessandro Michele, then you all deemed me too negative regarding it. Well, now that we are seeing the garments of said collection make appearances on the red carpet, I believe it is quite evident as to why I didn't enjoy it. Because seriously, what is this dress? Who signed off on this for the Oscars? And most importantly, how do they feel now that it actually made it onto the red carpet in all its questionable splendor? This whole look was a travesty. It looked like a cheaply constructed costume. And quite honestly, it brought Grandma's antique curtains more than it brought haute couture. To see Charlotte in this was really disappointing. And then, what about the cat sculpture she used as a prop? Why? To what purpose? It was completely useless and only added to the general absurdity of the appearance. Ultimately, the only thing this dress lacked in full? Glamour. There wasn't any to be had. So, this Charlotte style? It's a chop for me. Scarlett Johansson arrived on the red carpet in a midnight blue velvet Thierry Mugler gown, but this look simply didn't gel for me, and the reason was a single one: the fit. Velvet is a very difficult fabric to get away with. If it's not fitted just right, it can very easily begin to appear saggy and droopy, and sadly, that's precisely what occurred here. The material was too heavy, nearly as if it was pulling her down instead of accentuating her shape. To top it off, the incorporation of matching gloves only served to make the style look heavier and clunkier. Rather than adding refinement, they added up to a cumulative heaviness that was in no way flattering. Ultimately, the design of this gown simply fell short, and for that alone, it is a chop to me. Next up, we have the gorgeous comedian and online star Amelia de Moldenberg. For the 2025 Oscars, she wore a powder pastel blue Versace gown, styled by the incredible Chloe Griffin. Now, I love Amelia as much as the next person, but I just wasn't convinced about this look for the red carpet, particularly for the Oscars. I wanted a bit more from this outfit, but sadly, it didn't quite cut it. First of all, this specific blue? It wouldn't be my first pick for her.
In fact, it wouldn't even be my second or third pick. If I'm being real, this pastel blue just seemed a bit too doll-like on her and didn't really do anything to suit her skin tone. Plus, I wasn't particularly fond of the way the dress looked. It was more like something I'd see on a fast fashion site. So AliExpress, so shine, with the bling and cutout details. It was more baddie at the club than Oscar red carpet. For the Oscars, this look just seemed a little too simple. It's the Oscars, for goodness sake. Surely she could have done something a little more thrilling. But unfortunately, this look didn't provide me with that wow factor that I demand from a red carpet outfit. So, it's a chop for me. Lastly on our list is the quirky Julian Brave. At the 2025 Oscars, he dressed in a black and brown jacket outfit. And honestly, I have doubts. Where did he imagine he was heading with this attire? Certain that he couldn't believe this outfit was suitable for the Oscars. This outfit looked like a hot mess. The combination of these colors and the overall vibe was diabolical. It was giving me, I'm going camping in the woods rather than I'm attending the Oscars. I'm genuinely baffled and disappointed by this choice. It just felt goofy in a very confusing way, and for that reason, this look has to be a chop for me. And that's it for today's video. I gave you my worst dressed celebrities at the 2025 Oscars Top 10. If you enjoyed the video, would you like to give it a thumbs up? It really makes a big difference to me. And don't forget to subscribe for more.